Hello and welcome back to the channel. Again, I'm at Altrincham Rifle and Pistol Club, so thank you very much, Donna and Mark. I'm here today back with my Reximex Ixia. However, there are a few differences. I've got some 3D printed attachments from Tim at, bear with me a second, Airprint 3D, and I'm going to leave a link to his eBay channel in the description. So thanks to Tim for sending these parts for review. So the 4 parts that I've got here on the Ixia at the moment are the cheek piece, which is 3D printed. I'll talk about that in a moment. I've also got over here a 3D printed dust cover, and I'll talk about that in a moment. I've also got a Baffle Band over here, which covers the holes in the shroud. And finally, I've got a bottle cover over here, which has an extended Picatinny rail underneath. And again, I'll talk about that in a moment too. So let's just go back to the rear of the rifle and have a closer look at the cheek piece. Now, this simply is held in place with friction, and it's a really easy thing to do. You basically get the actual piece itself. I'll just lift it off the rifle because, as I said, it's held in with friction, and it is just one of those things that you have to slowly remove that. And I've got it over here, so it simply slides on top, and it does add some height to the actual Ixia itself in terms of resting, but you're not resting on this kind of cold metal. But bear in mind, if you do put this on, you're going to need some extra height mounts, so that's something to consider. I'll just leave this off for a moment. Next thing we're looking at is this dust cover, which I really like, because one of the things I didn't like about the Ixia is the fact that it doesn't come with its own dust cover, and this one is really nice. Simple but effective. It's got a little magnet on the inside, I don't know if you can see that, and really nicely holds in place over there like that. Then over here, now this Baffle Band makes a world of difference. However, be prepared, because the instructions that Tim sends says that all you have to do is simply unscrew this shroud. Just be mindful that, first of all, if you've got a silencer, take the silencer off, then unscrew the shroud, and in doing so, the barrel's attached on the inside, so the barrel will come with it, as Mark and I found out. And then what we did in the first instance, we put the Baffle Band on over here and tried to push the shroud in it, and because it's a pretty tight fit, it didn't work. And so what we found was it was easier to essentially screw this back onto the shroud and then slowly but surely ease it in. And when we were easing it in, this wasn't attached at the time, but by easing it in between the top Picatinny rail and the bottom, you have to bear in mind that this was making contact, so you had to be very delicate and push the shroud back in with the Baffle Band attached to the shroud, and then it was a simple case of screwing back in the shroud. But it does make the world of difference. I'm just going to dry fire this at the moment, so I'll just cock this. And you might not be able to tell, but really that makes a world of difference. I mean, even with the silencer on, it makes a world of difference. You can absolutely tell. Final thing I want to talk about is this bottle cover, which adds a really nice visual aesthetic, making it look even more tactical. But worth pointing out in the first instance that these slots, which look like they're for M-lock, they're pretty much non-functional. When Tim sent the part across, he said, these are just purely for cosmetic. Don't attach anything onto here, because, to be fair, it's a 3D printed part. It's not going to be able to hold the weight of, for example, a torch, maybe a laser, I don't know. But to be fair, you've got the extended Picatinny rail underneath now once you attach these, and these are held in by not by Allen keys, but by screws on the rear of the rifle. I just rotate it slowly just so you can see the screws, and they're not Allen keys over here. And when you line this up, we found that you had to just slowly reposition the bottle cover to find the right holes on the existing Picatinny rail, which is on the Ixia. But once it's on, it does give the whole piece, the whole rifle, a kind of nice look and feel, which I do really like. And obviously it provides additional reinforcement and protection for the bottle itself. And I have fired it with all of these different accessories on, and to be fair, it's not made any negative difference. In fact, it's just obviously heightened my fun using the rifle. So the next thing I'm going to do, but not in this video, is I'm going to talk about this. Now, I'm not going to show you now, but we're going to attach this part, which Tim also sent across, along with this lever, which completely changes how to shoot this rifle, from essentially using the cocking lever over here to suddenly this Ixia turns into an undercocking rifle. So that will be my next video. But for now, I hope you've liked the 3D printed parts from Tim at Airprint 3D, and how it's made a cosmetic look and feel and uplift to the already cool Reximex Ixia. So thanks a lot. If you like what you've seen, please like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video, literally very, very soon. Thank you very much.